Hello my sea strawberries, it's Zero here with a Diamond VOD review of a Genji player. I promise I'll be on my best behaviour, I won't mention anime through this entire VOD, and that's a royal promise. Vroom vroom, let's drive straight into this video. Lovely spray, 10 out of 10. I'm not actually too fussed about this. You thought you could finish off the soldier with a dash melee, but you missed, unlucky. Then you tried to jump away and hit a roof, double unlucky. Then you tried to get away again, but ended up getting booped, triple unlucky. Okay, so you are spamming here and you aren't going in. Since you don't actually have a shield in your composition, you aren't going to be able to spam from behind shields, so you're going to have to spam from behind cover. Even if you didn't die here, which you do, it would only mean that you are forced to use deflect earlier than you would like. You are not the main tank in this composition, so you 100% should not be standing here. Okay, so you see this big fat monkey thing here? That's Winston, and he's who the rest of your team will be targeting. Other than your hamster, of course, because Hammond players tend to play this game in single player mode. Now you have two choices here. You can either help kill the Winston, which will decrease the likelihood of him being able to get away and jump out. Or the other option is to commit to the Hammond pile driver. This is really important to listen up, because it's relevant to every game and every fight that you play with Genji. Genji players are okay at assassinating a target by themselves, but they are absolutely flippity-dippity amazing at assassinating a target in a duo or a trio. Hammond pile driver does 100 damage, that means a squishy hit by a pile driver will only have 100 HP. Go for that target. In this case, sadly the Hammond pile drives a Sigma, but you can still melt that Sigma down. Solo diving a group of 2 full HP targets by initiating with your dash is not the play here. Nice kill on the soldier. Calm down. You are being pocketed by Mercy. You aren't bad at aiming, you are just panicking. Take a deep breath, calm down, and try to hit your shots.
I am ready. I'm with you. My blade is ready to be unleashed. My ultimate is
Okay, I do not like this blade because you are blading right now and it's a 1v6. I can understand wanting to blade quickly before the Lucio gets back with his beat, but take a second, let people get into position. You want the enemy to have to make a decision between dealing with you or dealing with your team, and the higher you climb the better the enemy will be at targeting you down quickly if you engage by yourself like you do here. You get 2 kills, nice one, but look at where your team is now and it's 2 CP, they have a massive spawn advantage, so dying here is really, really bad. When you jump in, having a D.Va nearby to DM or Mercy Pocket and Ana Hills are going to make your Dragon Blades an inevitable team wipe. Unlucky, you are spamming in the middle of nowhere. I'm not going to pretend like that isn't mega unlucky, but when you spam, there's no reason not to take better angles than that where you are just face first in front of the Sigma. You really are unlucky in this game. You push up here when there is a Lucio in your backline. I don't know whether you are in voice and whether this was communicated. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you assumed that a Mercy was with you. It happens. Nice, your Mercy actually likes you and you got res. Do you get a bit distracted here? Target enemies that your team are targeting. Okay, I feel like you are too quick to dash. I know this does technically hit, but you're very close to missing something you really shouldn't miss. I might be wrong here, but I get the feeling that you are very tense when you play. Dying here is fine, fight's lost, you need to reset anyway. No need to spam here, you already have ultimate, you don't want to feed the enemy healer's ult charge.
Join me. Very well.
If you ever feel like you are playing way too far forward, it probably is because you are. This pillar is not going to save you. It actually hurts that the enemy isn't punishing you for this, but this is dreadful.
Never die.
Meteor strike.
Obviously you blade into a coalescence and a flux, but I'm guessing that that wasn't your intention. Two things I want to point out though. One, your team are blocked off with those Hammond mines, so it's not a good time to blade. Two, your blade is really blimmin' obvious. You probably won't get punished for this much at 3.1k, but any higher and a predictable blade whilst your team aren't distracting the enemy will get punished in every single game. Think in the mind of a Sigma player. He is probably thinking, I'm going to save my ultimate to solo flux the nano blade, and you're just giving him a quick heads up that you are about to blade by dashing above his team. Another thing to add is you know that Sigma is solo ulting all of your blades. You can bait it by just dashing into the air and not blading. I know Sigma has used his accretion, but this is still a very scary situation to be in, and you are forced to use your deflect. Panic dash into full HP targets, that's a no-no. If you don't have your cooldowns, then you are hella vulnerable, and you need to play pretty passive and unrisky until you get them back again. And then you change to Doom, cool. So let's get a transition here and look at the 3 main things that I think you can improve with on Genji. Blading with your team. Okay, so first up we have your ultimate. Nano Blade is really good at most ranks, especially on 2CP where you literally need 1 fight to take a point. Wait for your team to be in position before you engage. Wait for all of your resources you need to make it successful, whether that is a Mercy Pocket, Zarya Bubble, DVDM, Harmony Orb, or simply a bit of pressure from your team. Whatever your team can do to give you a little bit of a helping hand when you blade. You don't want to be in a situation where you nano blade a 1v6, die, and then your team fights a 5v6 and loses, because that gives your blade a negative impact on your team. Second thing on my list of things is following up on targets. You are constantly looking at your own target and looking at who you can jump. If you just let your Winston or Hammond decide who they want to jump and you follow up on them, bam, easy kill. Reset your dash. This is really important. Jump with your team, not despite whatever your team is doing. And lastly, positioning. There is a common theme with Genjis where because they have a deflect ability, they feel absolutely invincible and want to use it to deflect as much damage as possible, so just jump in front of the enemy team. This is a massive waste of deflect. Deflect is your get out of jail free card, your panic button. Don't give it up so easily by standing in front of the enemy team and just using it for extra damage. Those are the main things. You could also keep track of where your healers are and panic a bit less when you are dashing or diving someone so that you hit more of your shots. Anyways, that is it for this VOD review. I hope this helped. Have a great day. A cheeky subscribe wouldn't go amiss. And if you have any questions, dump all the small brain questions in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.